I touched that 5 for you. I do that 3, 4 times again. I testify for you. I told that.
Hey, it's Ned back with another video. So the name of this story time is going to be called She Thought I Was Stupid. Well, really, my hairstylist thought I was stupid. So let me tell you how I met her. So I met her about a year ago, and I found her on Craigslist, and I didn't know that she lived in a hotel, which is not a problem. It's just I didn't know, and when going to new places, I'm leery about where I go. So she lives in a hotel, and she didn't tell me other people was going to be there. It was her kids, but by going to that neighborhood and also going to a hotel, and I didn't know it was a hotel, sometimes I be thinking I'm going to be set up. Not all the time, but sometimes I be thinking I'm going to be set up. So I come to the hotel. I had a little trouble finding it because I didn't know it was a hotel. I thought it was an apartment. So once I pull into the hotel parking lot, her door was like right there. And so I went in, and her kids was there, and I didn't know. I mean, you really don't have to tell your clients who in your house, but I was just surprised. So she does my hair, we're talking, and you know, everything's cool. We're laughing. She's funny, you know, and I love people that make me laugh. So, you know, it was good. It was good. I'm like, okay, I found me a braider, and she's fast. You know, she gets done within like 2.5 hours, and it looks good. So I'm like, okay, I found me a new braider. I'm, you know, happy about it. It looked good, you know. And she said she was running a special at that time, so it was only $50. And I had a good hairstyle that was quick. So I'm like, okay, I'm loving this. I'm loving it here. And so, so I'm continuing to go to her, you know, every month I go, you know, get my hair rebraided. You know, we kikiing, we talking about conspiracies, and, you know, we having a good old time. We having a good time. So, I'm just gonna fast forward to the reason of the video. So, I go to her. It was kind of hard, reaching out to her this time. She said her grandson had her phone, but I'm like, for hours? Like, come on now. Be for real. I know you effing lying. So, so I was like, okay. And so, but okay, I finally get in contact with her, set the appointment. So, usually I do my appointments on Thursday when I get paid. So, you know, I come in, I go to her apartment, I come in, we kick in like usual, you know, having a good old time, talk about, you know, celebrities and, you know, conspiracy theories and all that. So, you know, we just talking, we, you know, as usual, vibing, you know, and, so I didn't really look at my hair before I left, because I really don't look at it, because 10 times out of 10, she does a good job. She's quick and she does a good job. So I really don't worry about it. So when I got home, I kind of looked at it, but I didn't really look at it. So the next day, I look at it, I'm like, the braids in the front is too big, and she didn't do knotless. Now, I did forget to tell her that I wanted knotless, but since I've been coming to her, I've been telling her I want knotless. And she had been doing my hair for almost a year. I know she smoked weed, but you know. So, so the braids in the front, well, all of the braids, I believe, were, had the knots. And usually I get knotless. This time I forgot to tell her. And so, I didn't like it. The braids in the front was too big. The rest of the braids were smaller, and the braids in the front was too big. And she's, okay, I'll get to her explanation of the braids being too big for me. So, I'm looking at it. I'm like, I don't like this. She's never done my hair and I not like it. Keep that in mind. So I was like, I don't like it. The braids are too big and the knots, they big, and I don't like the knots anymore since, you know, people been braiding knotless. So, so I text her and I tell her, I told her that the braids in the front were too big and she didn't do knotless. So she was like, well, you didn't tell me that you wanted knotless, but I always want knotless. I did forget to tell her. And so I was like, okay. I'm like, the braids are in the front are too big. She was like, well, I did them that size to make it look full. You never done the braids this big, and you don't have to do them to make it look full. Like, it's gonna look full. It's not like I'm bald-headed. So I was like, that was just her explanation. So I was like, all right. So I texted her, I said, well, can you redo the braids in the front, which is like 3 or 4 rows? That shouldn't have been a problem because I'm a paying customer. I paid you $125. I know people charge more than that, but that was a lot for her to be charging me, which I had been paying it since she's been doing the boho braids. So, you know, I never had a problem. I paid her that time like any other time. But as I stated, I didn't know that the braids looked too big in the front and they weren't knotless. So I asked her, could she just redo the front? I didn't say 3 or 4 rows, but the front. I didn't say redo my whole head. I didn't ask you to redo my whole head. And so, she was like, it took her a long time for her to respond back to me. So when she did respond, she was like, first she said, well, I have to work 10-hour days because she would work 4 days straight, 10 hours. So she was like, well, you know, I work 10-hour days for 4 days, 10 hours for 4 days. And I was like, yeah. And I was even willing to wait till the following week. I wasn't asking her to do it right then and there. I just was asking her, could she rebraid it? I said, can you do it the following week? Which would have been fine with me. And then when she did respond, she said, well, that's going to be $45. I know you effing lying. I was like, I said, that's okay, because I paid you $125. I don't like it. So what's the problem with you redoing the front? I don't see what the problem was. And she had told me about a time a lady had made her redo her hair, which something about the lady already had her hair done, and she made her redo it. I wasn't trying to make her redo it. I was asking her to redo it. And no, I'm not paying you an extra $45. That's why I said she thought I was stupid. Like, you know, I wish after that, I don't know if I blocked her because it's not like she really called me, which she don't. Um, so I don't know if I blocked her, but she's no longer my hair braider. Because to me, that's kind of like taking advantage of me. And you've been doing hair long enough. If somebody not satisfied, you should redo their hair. Excuse me. Um, I think she should have redid my hair and just the front, 3 or 4 rows. I didn't see what the problem was. And I thought it was real messed up. That's why I discontinued using her services. Because I think that was messed up. I've been, a loyal customer. Loyal, Every month you're doing my hair. It was only 1 month that I went to go get a weave because I wasn't sure if she could do a good job, but she might have did a better job than the other girl did. I wasn't happy with that. And I'm not hard to please. I'm not. And as I stated, she's good. She's a good braider, but I think she kind of like rushed. The reason for her rushing, I don't know. But it seems to me that she rushed it, and so it didn't come out well. The time before that, it was so pretty. She had the triangle triangle parts and everything. So that was the only time that I didn't like my hair. And if she wouldn't have tried to charge me, I would have returned to continue. If she would have redid the front of my hair for free, I would have been happy. We wouldn't have had no issues, no problems. And I would always look at my hair before I left. So, and it's not like I went a week and be like, you know what? I don't like my hair. Can you redo it? I told you the next day. And I just think it was just so wrong of her to try to get some more money out of me. And I didn't like it. Had I looked at it before I left, I kind of looked at it, but not really. But had I looked at it before I left, I would have told her that I didn't like it. I would have told her that. I hate that our business relationship ended. I really do. I wish she would have just rebraided my hair for free because I already paid you. And I was not satisfied. So I wish she would have just braided my hair with no charge. And we could have continued our relationship. So, and I know I kind of just hopped into it. Usually I don't. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And please share it. Turn on your post notifications. And I'm out. Thank you for watching.